all my stresses go away when I'm on the side of the freeway. So first off, I think the main thing that I notice when I'm running is that how much it clears my mind. It takes away like all the stresses, it takes away all the anxiety, anything like that, any of the tension from a busy day or a busy week or just a busy life in general. That time that I'm running, it just clears my mind and it really takes that stress and that pressure away. So it's just kind of a release, it's kind of a go-to for me on a daily or a few days a week, or however much I can get out there, is just kind of a spiritual kind of experience. Being in that clear-minded state just allows me to think of stuff that at a normal time I would never think of. Most of the good ideas that I come up with today and the ideas for videos or anything really comes when I'm out running or exercising and or doing something with constant movement to where I don't really have to think about what I'm doing. Running is very spiritual. Running or any activity like that is just a really spiritual experience. And a lot of it has to do with the environment as well. If you're in a busy city trying to run by traffic and a lot of people, it might not be the same situation as being out in the woods with the trees and the fresh air. It just takes a lot of the stress from everyday life away for that time and going into the rest of your day and even to the next day. That takes away the time that I'd be doing something that's probably not beneficial to me. Total time that run took me over an hour, which that's an hour that I'm doing something productive and healthy and good for me, and that takes away from the time that I'm going to do something that has no benefit in my life whatsoever and doesn't get me any closer to my goals. Even though it's a simple activity like putting one foot in front of the next for over an hour, it still gets you to that clear minded state to where you can focus on stuff that's important and think about stuff that's important, and you really pay attention to your thoughts a lot more, and it's a lot easier to kick out the negative thoughts and incorporate the positive ones and the ones that are going to get you closer to where you want to be in life. And then again, you hold on to that after the run. You remember that and you're like, oh yes, I don't want to think about this, I do want to think about this. And it's almost a good exercise on top of an exercise to be mindful and monitor your thoughts and do an audit on a regular basis of what you're thinking about and what's going on and you're allowing to come into your mind. It's really easy to monitor progression with an activity such as running. I've noticed throughout my life that no matter what I'm doing, as long as I'm progressing at whatever I'm doing, I kind of have that energy throughout the day and I have excitement and I'm focused on what I'm doing and I'm happy. So progression really equals happiness. Simple activities such as running, it's really easy to progress in. All you have to do is run a certain amount and then run a little bit more the next time. That progression gives you motivation to get up every day and do the things that you need to do and be happy in life, doing the stuff that you don't necessarily want to do. And it helps with setting goals and progressing in every aspect of your life as well. A few things that I'd probably do better next time that I didn't really think about this time was, for one, a better warm up. Basically, the whole right side of my body, from my lower calf all the way up to my lower back, was in so much pain by the time I was done that I wasn't even sure if I was going to finish and I thought I was going to have to walk the rest of the way. So warming up and doing a better stretch routine ahead of time is something that I would probably do better next time. If you're running on the side of the highway like I did, it could get a little hectic and a little crazy. But I always run with the traffic because I trust myself more than I trust drivers. If need be, I can jump out of the way, but if I don't see them coming, then I can't really jump out of the way. I'm just going to get hit and probably killed. But that's almost part of the excitement in a sense. I don't know if I'd want to do my whole entire 10-mile run on the side of the highway, but a couple miles I think is kind of exciting to add in. I'm definitely glad that I chose my route before I went. Something that I did do this time, and that I'm glad that I did, is I knew my route. I knew the area that I was running, and I knew roughly where I was going to go. I hit 10 miles about a quarter mile before my house, which is nice because then I got a little bit of time to walk and cool down. And I have to piss, so I'm gonna go find a place to piss real quick. And so 5 miles in, I had to pee really bad. Luckily, I was in a rural environment to where I had the opportunity to pull off, wait for a couple cars to go by, and then go to the bathroom. But if you're running in a big city, then you might not have that luxury. So what I would recommend is either not drinking anything a couple hours before you go, or at least an hour before you go, or know that there's a bathroom along the way somewhere. Whew, I am so hungry right now. But I didn't bring anything to eat, and I got really hungry, which on a 10-mile run is okay. About an hour in, I started feeling low blood sugar, like I needed to eat something, but about 5 to 10 minutes after that, I started feeling okay. So I don't necessarily regret not bringing anything to eat, but if I was running a little bit longer than that, I'd probably throw a banana or something in. So overall, I had a great experience doing a 10-mile run. It was a little bit rough on the right side of my body. I don't think I will go to the next level yet. I think I'm just going to stick with 10 miles for a little bit and get used to it and see if my body adjusts, or see if I need to take some other precautions, do some specific stretches or exercises to allow myself to continue to progress in running. But I think most for me, running is an escape, a place to go to get away from all the craziness, get away from all the stress and the tension and the busyness of everyday life. And that's why I do it. It allows me to just throw on some music, or usually these days I throw on a podcast, and I can really take in that information because of how clear my mind is. So it's really just a spiritual experience, especially being out in an environment like I am, with all the trees and the fresh air and the animals and the birds. It's really a great experience, and it's something that I probably will incorporate in my life as long as I can. If you got anything from this video, please like and subscribe. Share with anybody that you think would benefit from it. That's the only reason why I do this. The whole concept of my channel is to motivate people to find something that they really enjoy, that gives them energy and gets them up in the morning. And that really starts with health from the inside out.